already see after 1980, the so-called open and reform happened in China, and the workers' rights are being more and more violated, and the capital power is getting more and more overcome the workers, and the social policy is getting worse and worse, and particularly the social benefit, the social security network is completely collapsed. All these things come together with more and more foreign capitals and also Chinese capitals growing. So this cannot succeed. I mean, this cannot sustain for a long time. So I do believe we will have, there must be a change, because the workers and farmers, they are coming out to the streets, and local government officials, they are being corrupted, and they work together with the factory bosses and those developers taking the land from the farmers, and the factory bosses are violating the workers' rights. The local government officials, they're just closing their eyes and pretend they don't see. So all these reality from the last 2.5 decades, and really created this anger, and the angry workers and farmers is no longer they can keep swallowing. I'm not sure we can swallow for another 10 years, and they will come up and fight back. And the question is how we're going to see this kind of fight. We will see this fighting as traditionally happening from our history, violent rebellion, or we have some other way out. What we see is the trade union movement can contribute a great deal of things in this moment, which is we have freedom of association, we have collective bargaining, and we struggle peacefully. And all these elements within the labor movement that can make this transition in China much more peaceful than our history. Every sector for the independent trade union movement, it will be new, and we don't have real trade union education, we don't have the real trade union organizing experience, and we do first in the future, not too long future, we will have hotel and food sector workers definitely are going to be need this experience. And IUF, one, you have this global network, and from everywhere about how the hotel and food workers can be organized, even technically. And secondly, the IUF position on today's China, the IUF's policy on those trade unions in every nation controlled by the party. And with this very clear principle that IUF don't want to deal with those trade unions, so-called, controlled by the states and the party, this principle will be a very strong support to us, since there are more and more unions, they, going to China, which is based on giving up this principle and try to deal with the state-controlled union, party-controlled union, and I think they can change these state and party-controlled union. But IUF stay in this position is very, very helpful and very supportive. So politically and practically, we do need IUF support.